I've got kind of a mess today. It's hard to make all these videos and not make a mess. I didn't make my bed yet, which is crazy. But I am getting these videos done, which is also pretty cool because I woke up really late. I woke up with these horrible bags and creases under my eyes, and I thought I wasn't going to fix. My eyes were all puffy and black circles, and I took a shower and it all got fixed. Thank goodness. I don't know what's up with that. And I was up for a while too. I'm just laying in bed. I actually was doing that thing that people don't like to do. I was on, Instagram, and just flipping through the thing. I don't stay on for hours though when I do that. I do understand the addiction, but I get bored of it really easily. It's like the algorithm does not know what I'm interested in. I'm interested in seeing the people I follow, and they don't show me that. So I'm like, see ya. And then it'll show you one person that you follow, and then it'll show you their stuff over and over again, and then you're caught up. Algorithms are weird. They don't work. I think it's because I'm so weird they don't work for me. So am I cleaning up today while I'm waiting and waiting for another podcast to come on? What I wanted to try to do today was stay focused. Have I so far? Have I not interrupted myself until now? Yeah, maybe that is something that I should probably try to work on. Let me turn on my computer and load up my podcast so it'll start playing. Maybe not until after I'm done making this video. That would be great. Can you see my hands? Okay, Satan's a Woman, really good song that I was listening to. Let's go into, not history, we just want to go into my subscriptions, and then we'll see, and we'll load that up. Even though, I gotta stop hate watching things. I think I liked the tradition. I think maybe I should try to find somebody who has a show every day that I actually respect their opinions on most subjects. I don't think that exists, though. I don't know if people do podcasts every day, except for the one that I won't mention that I watch. Okay, all right. And I'm going to grab a bag here. Let's grab this one. Okay, I can move them around. I don't know what's in here. It's not very heavy, but it's big. I guess we're getting more yarn. I think that means. And the video I just uploaded, nobody watched yet. That's embarrassing. Okay, and then I'm going to click on this. And then what time is it? Oh, we got more time than normal. All right, let's look at our treats. Let's put that stuff in the. Do I put up glasses or not? I look so nerdy and ugly. Oh, that is something that I did want to talk about today, was how this isn't my best self. I'm not presenting my best self. I guess I did talk about this a few days ago. I could do better with my hair and my face and my clothes. It's mostly my hair. You can't smell me or anything. My hands are a disaster. My feet are a disaster. I think a lot of it has to do with age. I was talking about my, some kind of breakout or something on my back or something, but I think it's just because of dry skin, and it would happen to my leg here. Actually, I don't know if it's happened this year. It's my skin texture. Sometimes I look in the mirror, or sometimes I look down at my arm and I don't recognize my arm because the skin texture is so different. And I was talking about hair growing on my wrists that was never there before. This gray hair. And then, yeah, I want to have a nice haircut, but I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to prepare and do it, and I can make myself look like I'm looking in the camera right now, and without my glasses on, see, I don't really know what I look like. I guess if I stand back, I could watch the videos and see. But I look perfectly fine, but I'm kind of blurry, so that's probably why I look good to myself. That's why I look like a 20-year-old, because I can't see. White yarn today. We got an off-white yesterday. We got a cream, and we got a white today. I haven't had time to weave either. I want to weave. Do I have to wait till after Christmas to weave? Today's tea bag. Oh. Today's tea bagging is brought to you by Citron and Gingerbra, which is citron. I'm trying to conjure up my French accent. Gingerbra. I didn't know that was ginger. Gingerbra. Citron, which is citric acid, citrus, citron, I guess you're saying gingerbra. Gingerbra. That's your French lesson for today. Lemon and ginger. We got another Barbie. Let's pull that out. We got a bee. I saw a bee in the bottom of the box. Oh, I do have something. I'm grateful. I have a new gratitude for the blocks too. I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, I guess maybe, are we gonna talk a little too much about toys today? I'm gonna try to. Oh no! See, the thing is, I want to clean up the thing while this this podcast that I don't really care about, but I listen to it anyway, is on. See, I can do all kinds of things. I can move around and do stuff while it's on, and I do. But the thing is, I say, oh, I'm gonna finally get those boxes sorted out and finish that. I mean, I have been slowly doing it, but I have to make dinner. I'm starving. So, I ate bagels yesterday. I ate 8 bagels. I bought 2 packages of 4 bagels. They were, like I said, I'm not going to do that. I'm not even going to look at the baked goods section, but it's at the entrance of the store when I walked in, and there were 4 bagels for $1, 25 cents a bagel. And I got jalapeno, which is like cheese, and I said instead of getting the $6 pizza buns, which I already said I wasn't going to get because it's toxic poison, I do think of bread as not so toxic poison, especially, this wasn't whole grain, but the ingredients are pretty minimal, and then I didn't get like anything with white sugar in it. So that part was good, and I wanted to, and then after there's this thing, like I was talking about yesterday, there's this thing that goes on inside your head, and like because you're having the bagels and it's okay, then you should buy some candy or some donuts or stuff. You should stop at the donut store. You should get some donuts. Donuts would be delicious. But pineapple and oatmeal is more delicious. I don't get it. Susan, you said something about you don't like any fruits and vegetables. I think you left that comment. I have to start addressing comments here. That is something that I could do very well, and it would also keep me on track and keep my head on track so that it would be a more cohesive video. So maybe I should be reading and addressing comments, but then I'd have to read, and I can't read. Well, I mean, I can, but it's painful. Both for you having to hear me read and for me trying to read. Just like it was probably for me to say ginger and lemon in French. All right, so we got a Barbie. We got a little Barbie on a piece of plastic stand today. Where was I going? I bought bagels yesterday. I did buy some toys, but they were on clearance, and they were toys that I really, really wanted. And yeah. Oh, and I bought lots of toys. I bought toys that were $1 each, so it wasn't so bad. And they're good for the videos that I'm working on right now. And they're fun and enjoyable, and they bring me great pleasure. Like I said, I'm not really happy with these Barbies, but they are made extremely well, like the detail on them and stuff. So, and they look really cute in my bucket, and I do like pulling out this bucket, just like with all my toys, and going through the little things and enjoying them and saying, "Oh my goodness, that's so cute! That's so cute." We only got one Disney character. There's 5 of them in these bags somewhere. I guess we've got a few days. Okay, the blocks I wanted to show you. I want to talk about how I was disappointed. But before I interrupt, see, I'm already interrupted myself. I was interrupting myself with, I had bagels. Horrible. Anyway. It's not the worst thing that could happen, right? Oh yeah, like I said, I think that's what I want. That's not what I interrupted, but this is how I see I'm doing it. This is what I wanted to continue on. Bread isn't the worst thing, especially if it's like this is bread from Walmart, so I'm pretty sure that it's like from the bake center though, and it's not in the I better look at the ingredients before I say things like this. But there was cheese on the jalapeno buns, which it was too spicy for me, but I made a pineapple chutney when I got home, which I took a can of crushed pineapple and I added onion and garlic. And Susan, that's who we're addressing, Susan, for saying that she doesn't like any fruits and vegetables. You don't need to know what I did. I heated the bagels. We're going back and forth. But as long as I'm only doing 2 topics, I'm doing 3 topics right now. I'm doing the addressing the issue, I'm doing Susan, and I'm doing what I ate for dinner last night. I heated up the bagels. They taste really good that way when you warm them. You should definitely, any opportunity you have to heat up your bread, especially your day-old breads that are discounted. So good. And the chutney, onions, garlic, onion flakes, garlic powder, the crushed pineapple, and sea salt, Himalayan sea salt. And yeah, I was gonna put, I would have put maybe some chili powder in there too, but I knew that the bagels were jalapeno, and I had them before, which I don't want to admit. And anyway, so I heated up the bread and I dipped it into this and apple cider vinegar to add a little zest and turn it into like salsa, because salsa has vinegar in it. And it really did taste good. I usually drain the pineapple juice out of it and then add the apple cider vinegar afterwards if I'm making like a savory sweet thing like that. And then the mist juice will be absorbed by the vinegar even more. But I knew that the last time I ran out of chutney or whatever, this pineapple concoction. I'm just calling it that. A salsa. Pineapple salsa is probably the best name for it. And so I said, I'm going to keep the liquid because dipping the bread and absorbing the liquid would be great. Yes, and then I ate all 4 bagels, all dressed, which I always love bagels. They even called me Bagel Boy when I got my first retail job in Montreal, because I ate bagels every single day, and they have the best bagels in Montreal, better than any bagels anywhere else in the world, thanks to the Jewish community, I believe. Okay, so about these blocks. Oh, excuse me. About these blocks here, let me put on the glasses, and I got to be careful here because we're gonna tilt. These pictures are I love them so much. Remember when I didn't know what this was? This is the direction that it's supposed to go, and you know by the direction of all of the other letters and numbers on it. I love how it fits perfectly lined up in this box, and I put them in sequential order because this is how I spend my time. Isn't that weird? That's what makes me happy. So I put them all in order. I found it very curious to how these letters, this is J, K, L, M, they would do some of them in order, but then they would just put random ones in different orders, and then L, M, I, W, and then by the time you get to the end of them, they were just all over the place. I don't know. I like rules, but I did put these in. This is the A, B, C, D, E, F, G block, and I made sure that they were all going in the same direction so that the pictures could be in the same direction. And then when I flip them around, because each block has 2 letters, and it goes A to M and then N to Z, that's how it splits them up. So this isn't, this isn't a division of 26 letters in the alphabet, because I started, I don't know how to explain it. Well, I do. I kind of just did explain it. But anyway, I did the A to N, and then I started over and I flipped them the other way. So, which is N here. That means that there's A on this side. So A, B, C. And then when I got to the M, N, when I got to N, which is the apple one, which we know, I switched it around the other way, so it says N. Wait, it says N there. How is that working? Because the train is upside down otherwise. So I just had to flip it. So then that's the other picture. So there's 2 pictures on each block, and there's 1 number. There's two colored letters. This is how much I love the letters this is how much I love the blocks that I'm showing them to you. Oh, we got 3 blocks today. But one is a B. So I'm working on the B right now. So there's 2 letters, and there's 2 pictures, and there is a letter and a number. And some of them are in order. They do the colors in order. So there are 4 different colors. Green is always with red, and blue is always with yellow. So kind of complementary colors. Those are complementary, and these aren't far off. These are the other 2 primary colors. Blue is yellow's complement, and green is... Purple is yellow's complement, and orange is blue's complement. These are the things that I think about always. This is what brings me joy. Anyway, you flip them around, and then you can see every picture. So there was enough blocks here where I could do the whole alphabet in order until I got to the letter T. So that's how many letters are here. And I think I have to continue it into another bin so I can look down at them and see all of these pictures. So I'm going to put them side by side, and I love how they fit into here. And then when I'm done, I'm just probably, I don't know. I think that these pictures are so cute, and I guess they're so retro, and they're so rudimentary, and they're so cute. And I miss talking about these things. Look at this gondola, like this ski thing, and then where's the weird train? I guess that's over here. I guess this is a subway car where you can see how the mouth of it is hugging around the track. And then we got the apple so many times, and the train, and the helicopter, and the weird caribou. That means like such an indigenous drawing. Really like it. And there's a lot of birds, ducks. And then look how this one is drawn. Like, what is that? A kitty without ears? Is it a sea otter with legs? It doesn't matter. And this triangle kind of bothers me because it's such a perfect triangle on top of the cherries. But yeah, and the tulip, and the glasses, and the orange. Yeah, I and the television. Look at this. It's like it's speaking to me. It's like there's a if I believed in purpose and stuff and signs from, and this reminds me of a menorah. Like if I thought there was this and also my ancient antique love of castles and stuff. If I thought there was a purpose, these are so meaningful to me. But is it because they're just basic things? And this jar of peanut butter and this house, the way that the chimney is so large, I can't. You can see how excited I am. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I just, this is how I spent my evening, just aligning these blocks and just enjoying the pictures on them. And it's supposed to be, I'm supposed to look back at this time as look back and how I wasted my life. Which, saying it out loud, I definitely gave myself a reaction to it. But I guess I won't know until I'm on my deathbed if I regret this. I'm trying to think about my lowest moments. This stuff doesn't even cross my mind. It just, when I'm in my lowest moments, I just think about how I have no money. I don't have any money, and how I can't function in this world. That's my lowest moments. It's not because I don't enjoy being here. I have a lot of fun all the time. But I don't think it's I don't think it's possible. I don't know what to do. Because I don't want to change anything. It says a lot. I'm a spoiled little brat. Entitled. I'm very entitled. But the weird part, I don't know where that came from. The only thing I can think of where this weird phenomena came from of the person I am that's really not like anybody else. Like, I've met a lot of people, some weird people, and some people who know some weird people have said, you're the weirdest person I have ever met in my life. It's strange. Like, you can be weird and really odd and stuff, but you just can't look like I do at the same time and kind of act like I do and be able to. I'm really good with people. Someone just left a comment that about being alone. Thank you. And I like being alone, and I'm good at being alone, but I'm also really good at being with people. Not when I don't know them, but I'm very comfortable very, very quickly. So I am really good at being with people. I'm a good listener. That's why, mostly, because I'm a good listener and I'm actually interested. I'm interested in people and their stories, and I am sincerely interested. I love hearing about how people are, what they like to do, where that came from. Which, can we get back to where that came from? I think it was drilled into me as a child that I can do anything I want to do. And I believed that, and that I was special. I think I was told that over and over again. But at the same time, I was completely neglected. It actually totally explains it. Like, and I believe that I'm special, and I believe that. So it was like brainwashed, just like somebody's religion or something. So, like, as much as they want to get away with it, as much as they say, oh, I'm not religious, but they still practice all of the values, or they feel guilt. It's mostly guilt. That was one of the key Jason quotes that I should write these things down, or because they're the best things. Like, if you're not feeling guilt, it's not religion. That's how you know you're religious, if you feel guilt. Because guilt is what religion is all about. Okay. let's look. I love oranges. Oh, I do want to go to the store and buy, what are the little Christmas, not nectarines, clementines. I do want to get a, like, it's a very North American. Yeah, I guess it's all of North America. I don't think it's just a Canadian, or could it be a British thing? I don't know. Clementines at Christmas, it's a very popular thing. I usually eat them all at once. So you buy a crate of them. You can usually get a crate for like $3. And I do normally eat the whole thing in one sitting. And they peel so easily. They're just, and you can stick the whole thing in your mouth. I know that's an orange. Well, I don't know that's an orange, but it's a citrus fruit. We've gone over this. Citrus, lemon. Bees. I love bees and I love honey. I avoid eating honey because, not because I'm a vegan or anything like that, but because I think that would be a wasp. I think that would be a bee and not a wasp. Oh, and B for bee. I think they do that. Oh, and O for orange. But they don't always do that. We don't have a... What could that be? A horse for horse? A tulip for Ukraine? Maybe? Okay. The blocks. Okay, I know that I've done the blocks a million times, but I am very grateful for those. I'm doing what I'm not... Okay, I'm going to calm down again. We've got block before, and we've done... and I just went on about clementines and how grateful I am for that and the O. And I can always do them so much better than I can. And we did organic and how I was grateful for organic produce. Susan, back to you. Come on. There's gotta be, like, don't you like clementines? But everyone likes potatoes. So, look, that's all I eat. And I think there are people that say, you can't trust the people. But there are people that say that potatoes have everything in them. They're a full nutrient. They got it all. I mean, there's even, if you don't peel them, there's even the dirt on them from the soil that's going to have all of that extra stuff, the vitamin B and stuff that we don't, that people who don't eat meat don't receive. Yeah. And that's my trick. And that's another thing that I should gather up and do and actually make a real video on. But am I capable? I don't know. I should probably test myself and see if I am, and write it down and see how horrible that is delivered. Like, this delivery isn't working. So why not try a more structured delivery? That makes sense, actually. Because of the painstaking effort that, and the time that it takes me, and it takes me like 10 times longer to do something than any other human on this planet. And I wouldn't change it. And I wouldn't change it for anything. So there. Flowers are gorgeous and nature is gorgeous, and I am grateful for all of that. And horses are scary, and I'm not grateful because horses are, I feel they're monsters on earth. Their heads are so big and they look scary. I don't understand why girls love horses so much. The letter 8 is for infinity. Symbolizes infinity, and I'm down for infinity. We talked about how that goes on forever and how this goes on forever. Something makes up that particle, and something makes up that particle, and something makes up that particle, and something makes up that forever and ever and ever. There can be no something that's not made up by something. That's impossible. Apparently that's really good for your brain. I heard that in a podcast the other day, or last night I think it was. H is home. I am so grateful for my home, which I won't have anymore. I should write down. Wait, is that what I was saying? I was write down my rules. Oh, This is exactly what I said we weren't gonna. This is what you do, though. From the the people that tell me, all the smart people on podcasts, the gurus and stuff. You just start from now. Like, so what? I screwed up. I started going off on tangents again. I can just hone it back in, come back, and then we can start fresh now. All right. So horses I'm not grateful for. The blocks I'm grateful for. Organic stuff. I guess that's it. I do have to, while I'm walking around, I should write the stuff down. I have been watching a lot of journal videos on YouTube, and that happened to me last night too. There's some more waste of time. Not flipping through TikTok or anything, but I just said, I'm supposed to make my bed while I make this video. While I'm making my bed, I'll just put on this journal video. So I started to play it, and then I was eating dinner and watching something on a movie or something while I was eating dinner, which was bagels. Oh, and then I had popcorn. It's the bad carbohydrate. I'm off on a tangent again. But I want to tell this story. It's more important than the story I was telling. What does that say about something? I'm just going down the train. Do we have a train today? I showed you a train today. I need an anchor. There should have been an anchor. There's no anchor on these pictures. Oh no, I forgot everything. I forgot every topic I was talking about except did I have orange juice? No, I stopped myself from buying orange juice yesterday. That was really good. That's related to this. It is related to this. Because remember I was talking about because I bought the bagels, I might as well have candy and donuts and and add extra stuff to it. And because it'll turn into your one cheat meal. There's going to be no cheat meal today. We're just having potatoes and I get to choose because we went out of order. I usually go baba ganoush or hummus. Or hummus. Is that what you want me to say, Branny? Hummus instead of hummus? Baba ganoush. I usually go back and forth. And one day that, next day that, one day that, next day that, one day that, next day that. And since I had neither yesterday, which I did consider having, I don't like the baba ganoush with bread. I just like it. It really just tastes good with potatoes. I don't really like it on anything else, which is odd. Eggplant dip. Yeah. I would always choose hummus for any vegetables or stuff that I'm dipping in. Carrot sticks, Susan. Celery sticks. Cucumbers. And then every fruit is delicious. Apples are delicious. Bananas are delicious. Oranges are delicious. Those are the three base. I hate when people say 3. I don't know where that came from. Like all these F-boys that are on the internet or say 3 and they hold up 3 fingers. Where did that come from? Is it just I want to be different and hold up 3? It bothers the hell out of me. I guess it shouldn't. I should probably identify why it bothers me. This has always been 3, as far as I know, at least. See? That's something else I did last night. I was arguing with, I used to argue with ChatGPT, but I found Meta came up on my messenger for Facebook, and I said, what's this? And then so I was asking her about racism and advancements and can humans overcome this stuff? And she did give me some pretty good. We had a pretty good conversation. So she's my new best friend. I think she has a name. I forget what it is. Or at least the voice that they designated to my chat. I think you could probably change it or something. But she did. She basically said everything that I said in that video where I was talking about prejudice and racism and how we have to move forward. That's what she said. She said exactly what I said. We have to realize that it happened and be aware of what had happened, but we have to move forward. That's what we have to do. And then there's all these evil men. I don't know what we do about them. I got to ask her about the evil. I did ask her, I think, about the evil men that don't change and they just keep being corrupt. And she said just something like, "Well, we just have to put out the good stuff in the world and hope that," which is everything that I say. So yeah, I mean, I don't like that she confirms everything that I believe and say, but And I tried to make her be a little more, I said, can you stop being so condescending? And then she said something like, oh, I will try to speak more politely and nicely. And I said, no, that'll sound even more condescending. And then she said something, okay, I'll just be more factual. And I said, can you speak in a more negative tone and be more pessimistic? And she said, yeah, she said that she could do that. And then she did start being a little more negative with her answers, so that we could, like, speak on the same wavelength, because I'm a bit jaded, I have to say, as open-minded as I am. Open-minded, that is something that I am so grateful for. I would say that for the most part, I'm not very open-minded, but I am easily persuaded. If you can give me a good argument, I will flip sides. So that is the definition of open-minded. And I am grateful for my open-mindedness, and how I often, like, if there is an argument going on, I'm rooting for the underdog. Natural. It's a negative and a positive, of course. It's like arguing for the sake of it. I think I inherited this arguing gene. And I'm also, do we have an A today? We must have an A. We always have an A on the one day. I am grateful for my arguing gene. It also made me want to go into law, and I probably should have, when I did have, a full scholarship to any university of my choice. But I chose to take half a year of college and graduate early, so I didn't have to go to school anymore, because I hate school. It wasn't because I was smart, it was just because some rich man left money to my community. And it really didn't pay enough anyway, so. Am I still recording? That would be horrible. Okay, it would be great for you. You wouldn't have to listen to all of this. I'm going to use wood again, just because we were doing the wooden blocks, and I can't. Just feeling these, it's like the stick we're passing around. Gloria Steinem. I would like to talk with her. I would really like. I think she would tell me the same thing. I think I solved that problem. I think ChatGPT. No. I think Meta helped me really fix the both racism and the female power and our advancements. That whole dilemma, because we are aware that we just have to do the best we can. Despite our instincts, we have to go against our instincts sometimes, and men are gonna be bad, and they're gonna be mean to women. I think Gloria would agree with me on this. She's getting old. Like, it was a video about her showing her New York apartment, and she was talking about, but she was quite old, sitting on the couch, and she wasn't standing up or anything. So my time is running out to meet Gloria Steinem, but I don't think I need to. I think what I'm interested in is that, like, she's a feminist. For anybody who doesn't know, she's probably the most famous feminist of all time. But I'm interested in seeing what her faults are. And there's so many interviews with her. She probably has talked about what. I know that her pursuit for empowering women and studying women and knowing, like, it's coming from somewhere. Why that became her purpose is I thought that was a P. We don't have a P today. Did stem from something that happened to her in childhood, because that's where it all comes from. And what happened to me in childhood was, I guess, neglect and being lied to. Yeah, I guess you have to fix that. Maybe I should. The Meta. It was Facebook. Is that what it's called? Meta. They told me to go to psychiatric, to find some psychiatric help. or they said you could, or something like that. So basically, Meta told me I was crazy and I should go seek out some. I said, doesn't that cost money or something? And she said there are some programs, and I said I think even the programs cost more money than I have. Thank you very much. Anyway, I guess if we're coming back to all of this, and my biggest problem is money, then I should probably make some money, and I could do anything. Oh yeah, we've already came up with that solution too. Okay, so the solution to evil men and corruption is we're just going to do the best we can and set a good example. She never said that, but that's always been my rule. That's the only thing. You can't teach anyone to do anything. You can only set a good example, and hopefully that the people that you that see you will follow suit, because they'll see how successful it is. And that's why I should stop complaining and be more positive on here, because that's what we need to put out in the world. But when I start saying stuff like that, then I start feeling like one of those Hojo Mojo guru people who think that they're better than everyone else. I don't think Gloria Steinem thinks she's better than anyone else. Actually, I think that it does catch up to people who do make change. It would be hard for you not to think that, because you've made change and you know you've made change, so you'd probably be hard for you not to think you're better. Like you see it in Oprah. Oprah has changed. You get this confidence, and I see it in other celebrities who do they do make a difference maybe, but you do become this. You do start feeling better than other people, even if you're not going to admit it. But then I feel like I'm better than everybody else anyway. I believe my values and viewpoints are the best. But that's the biggest thing that I know I have to work on. Is that that's just my perspective. Those are my viewpoints, and everybody else's viewpoints, even though they're wrong, everybody else's viewpoints are wrong though. They're not mine. So that's why I struggle with that, because I'm right. How can they be right? And that is something that I was talking with Meta about, was like, these people in different countries and different religions have way different values that are horrible, and they cause pain and horror to other people. So how can I respect that? And just like I was saying in that video, is that's their life, and maybe it is better. It's possible that stuff is better because it's for their society and for their religion, and it's hard to comprehend that doing bad things to people, like treating women differently because your religion tells them that they should be treated differently, and hurt and the horrendous things, and then saying, oh, but it's okay because that's what their religion says to do, so like that's what we're supposed to do. We are kind of supposed to do that, but at the same time we're saying, how can we set an example and be better and do good and bring awareness and let people talk about it? And and then I go back to, but wait, shouldn't we be? No. Meta said that because we've progressed, that we shouldn't like slaughter things and act as barbaric as we used to, because we have more of a conscience and more empathy. That's a lot of stuff about empathy, and I was saying, but I really don't have any empathy. And then that's when she told me that I should go seek help, because I don't have very much empathy, and I think I don't have the empathy. Is that E one of the words? I'm grateful that I don't have empathy, actually, because I see how much stress it people. But I do have. It's that I have it, but it's I'm not sure. It's not the same kind of empathy that other people have. It's not. Well, you know what? Empathy is pretty shallow. if when it comes down to it, and all of the that's the thing. So like Gloria Steinem and anybody who's out there to do good, the bottom line is, which I guess I said that when I said it comes from your childhood. It's because you're doing it for yourself. Actually, it's to make yourself feel good. Anybody who and charity and doing good things for others does feel really good, and that's why people do it. It's all, even if they say it's not for selfish reasons, it's 100% for selfish reasons. It's not just yeah. It's funny because it's not just because that person or entity needs this. It's because they need to give it. They need to feel important. They need to make a difference. But I guess if I take that back even further, that's probably the human existence. That's why we're here. Humanity. Am I grateful for humanity? Yes and no. It's that same dichotomy. But I'll say today that I am grateful for. Am I grateful for healthcare in Canada? Yes. It makes it not a worry that if something goes wrong. Am I grateful that I didn't go to university? Pretty much. Am I grateful for my underwear that I got at the dollar store? Yes, I am. Am I grateful for my things? Yes, I am. There was a good J one that I wanted to... Junk journaling was what? How did we get there from there? So I put on the... And then I was just mesmerized, and I started like just watching. And then... I want to make these junk journals. I love being crafty, and I want to like fold paper and make. But the thing is, I would never want to write into them. My handwriting is horrible. My spelling would be horrible, and I would just mess up the book. But I would really enjoy making the book that I wouldn't want to write in. But then I could just add elements from other things. I could type into my computer, but I don't want to waste. I think it's a waste of time. Making all of these lists and journaling and writing down what you're grateful for and stuff is such a waste of time. Well, I guess you could argue that this is exactly the same thing. So this is what I'm doing here. This is what this YouTube channel is about, me having an opportunity to actually speak out loud. And it does help me stop talking to myself, because I do have somebody to talk. It's been very good. And the fact that I can talk day after day after day after day, over and over again. I guess I'm talking about the same things over and over and over again. Open-minded was a really good one. The blocks, I'm sorry, despite me talking about them so much, and maybe I'll think about another B word that I can use. We must have gotten all of the B's by now. But I love these blocks, and I love bees, and I love honey, and I love clementines and oranges and all the citrus fruit and lemons. I peel lemons and eat them as they are sometimes. And I think it might be a sign for me to buy one of those boxes from the grocery store. That would be a really nice treat and dessert, and not on my diet. Maybe that's the only thing. I can only have a box of clementines for, if that's what they're called, mandarins. They have so many different names, but the ones at Christmas time, I think it's clementines. Bees, and the number 2 is my lucky number. Actually, I struggle with 2 and 3. I really like 3 because of the Holy Trilogy and how much power 3 has, like pyramids, and 3 just has so much power, like over science and history, that I really like it. But 2 was just really special to me. And 1 is the loneliest number, which I also really like too. 2 can be as better as, it's the only number since the number, loneliest number since the number 1. Adultery. I have taken part in that before, and that's all I'll say there. W is for wood, and I love it. And what number is this? 0. I do like 0. Just like the 8 of infinity. These are all really good numbers today. Just a circle. It's a beautiful number. O. I like it's the shape of a head. And then chickens and eggs. I used to eat a lot of eggs, especially around this time of year. I'm not using that as a sign to go buy eggs. And raw eggs, put them in a blender with bananas and cinnamon and nutmeg, and I made that was a delicious eggnog, and I loved it. Just raw eggs, bananas. Didn't need any other ingredients. The wetness from the eggs was like the water, the liquid. It was nice and thick, and then the cinnamon and the nutmeg. Oh, it was delicious. And I didn't even notice the banana flavor, but I love banana flavor. So good. These blocks are so cute and beautiful. That was a good memory. That I would like the wood, and I can always go to Jason, but junk journaling, and I had a better J anyway at the beginning of this video, I'm sure of it, and it doesn't matter anyway, because I do enjoy, even though I can't, knowing that I can't junk journal, and I shouldn't junk journal, and I should be weaving, and I should have been watching videos on weaving so I could just pull out the loom and just start weaving something really, really quickly, but I just don't have time because I'm spending all of this time speaking with you. And H was one that I remember because that's my last name, starts with H, and I was trying to think, but I could definitely think of my umbrella. Well, we had that again. My umbrella. I can't believe and I talked about my underwear. You is always possessions I have. I do love my possessions so much. All of my little wooden things, and my pottery. We don't have a pea today, and my stoneware, which I like. Susan, find some vegetables that you like to eat, please. Oh my goodness, they're delicious. And if you can't find any, there's potatoes. Everyone likes that. And don't use oils and fats. I don't know. I think it's okay to use butter, or maybe it's not, though. That's up in the air. The whole dairy thing. Though some people are confused about eggs. You know how eggs are good one day and they're bad the next day. There's no question that eggs are good. Don't separate the yolk from the white. We talked about this before. God put those things together on purpose, so don't mess with that. He wants you to eat them together. Don't be separating, because you do deplete. That's what people say, that they eat the eggs. They're eating the egg whites, and they are depleting themselves. And then there's all this cholesterol in the yolk, so you shouldn't eat the yolk. But then these things should be organic, because I think, this is just stuff that I'm told. I'm not the scientist who did the work, so I don't know. But the fat part of animal that is fed bad things, that is where all of the bad stuff is stored. So if you're feeding an animal antibiotics and this toxic poison food that I raved about yesterday, it's all going to be stored in the fat. Well, see, I hate giving facts I hate giving these stories, because I actually don't know this stuff is true. I didn't do the scientific experiments, but it does make sense to me. That's where the cancer starts and all of the bad things that happen. So it does make sense. But if it's an organic animal, the fat and all of that stuff, that's the best part. Just it's in the bad animals and the bad animals that consume bad things, that's where the toxic stuff is stored, because it is your filtration system. And if you just have good stuff, then it's thriving and ready to attack and absorb all of the bad stuff. But if it never absorbed any bad stuff, then that's the place with the best stuff in it. So it can be the worst and the best. So the fat can be the worst thing. But do I know that's true? No. Do I know that unprocessed whole foods are the best thing you can possibly eat? Yes, I know that's 100% true. That's 100% logical. And it's kind of logical that if the bad stuff is stored in the fat, that of course that would be very bad to eat. I like being bad, and I'm grateful that I can be bad, even though I am so insanely good and well behaved. Never did a drug, never drank alcohol, never had a driver. Oh my goodness, that was so good for that video. No wife, no kids, no house, no car. Never had a house, never had a wife, never had kids, never had a car, never drank alcohol, never did drugs. 50 years old, never did any of those things. What am I? Some kind of indigenous, what are those people called? Pygmy? Are pygmies from Australia? Is that? Or are they from Africa? Are they from some southern Asian island? If you know where pygmy, I could look it up. H and J and U and W, wood and underwear and home. Oh, home was the good one for H. And we did all these letters. We did them ad nauseum. What's this A? Adultery. I said that one for that one. So, because it's, and the Y and U. Yeah, we got through it. The podcast didn't, unless the volume's down on the podcast and I don't even know that it's already started. I am grateful for you. Thank you so much, especially if you've gotten to this far of the video. Everyone give Susan in the comments down below what are your favorite fruits and vegetables that you could just eat raw and you'd have them in the house and you just want to run to them and eat them. And for me, that's apples. I would love to have a bowl of apples and nuts. Nuts count as fruits and vegetables. Oh no, I'm not done. I'm here to preach some more. These classifications that humans gave things, humans didn't invent fruits and vegetables, and like celery is not a fruit or a vegetable. A pumpkin and pumpkin pie, Susan, that was the example she gave. That is not a fruit or vegetable. That is bad. That is mostly sugar. Pumpkin pie doesn't count as a fruit or a vegetable. They've really done bad things to that. But pumpkin pie is delicious. All pies are delicious. They are my weakness. What was I? Who, where, when? Well, I was already done anyway, and we just went crazy. Oh yeah, leave your comments of your favorite fruit. Oh, and then I was going on, like a celery is a stalk. It's a stem. Pumpkins and zucchini and cucumbers, they're all fruits. But again, oh yeah, that's stupid.
It's a gift swap. You gotta swap your gifts. Like this.
Okay, bye.
So mean.
Bye.